Greetings, future J-Stu. I don't know what you're like or if you become someone great, loving, or insignificant. These are to remind you of who you are and where you've been. This story starts 2 weeks ago and it was an absolutely crazy week. It started out with an interview on Monday, after which I decided I was going to move out to St. Louis. I decided I was going to move out there as soon as possible, and the nice long Labor Day weekend seemed the most logical thing. Well, I call the guy that I'm going to work for and I ask him what is the best time for me to move out that weekend. And he informs me that the guy with the key for my apartment is on vacation. So I'm totally stoked about this because I get to be around my friends for a whole extra week. Well, then I find out that my dad, who's going to help me move out to St. Louis, is not able to help me that coming weekend. So that's a bummer. Well, my dad works it out so that he can still help me move, but during the middle of the week. Which was still a bummer because I had set my hopes on being in town for one more week. After I got over the anxiety of my plans changing so much in 2 days, I can say that I was definitely stoked to go to St. Louis. Yeah! So now I had all this free time that weekend that I had no plans, so I decided to go on an adventure with my friend Rachel. So we went to the museum to see this collection of Lego creations that they had there. I couldn't believe how much time and energy people had spent on creating these incredible Lego creations. Anywhere from bicycles to trains to houses with feet on them. It was quite the experience. So they had this section at the museum where you could try your hand at building Lego creations. And so I built this incredible piece of architecture. Now I think all bridges should look like this. It would make life so much more exciting and probably very dangerous. So after we went to the museum, we decided to go downtown to hang out. And we discovered this big brown goose, which we were very confused about, and we had no idea why this big brown goose was in the downtown area, but it was. Well, after approaching this big brown goose, we discovered that Longmont has 24 of these geese spread out throughout the whole town, which was really exciting, so we decided that we were going to go and find the ones that were closest to our location. Well, the first one we found was at the Civic Center, which unfortunately turned out to be locked, so we had to resort to taking pictures from outside the building, which, as you can see, did not turn out as we planned. But there was a perk. There was a giant Lego man outside of the Civic Center, and so we took pictures with that instead. Well, after this unfortunate disappointment, we decided that we were going to hunt down the elusive Goosenator, which we heard was hiding on the roof of a local brewery. Well, we got to the brewery, and we started walking around behind it through this big gate, and we kept looking up at the roof, but we were not able to catch sight of this elusive bird. We started walking down this deserted alleyway along the side of the brewery into an area that had some semi-trailers. At this point, we were like, we are going the wrong way, but we decided to continue going just in case it went back to where we started. Unfortunately, as we walked around this group of kegs, we came to a dead end. And then we looked up and saw Goosenator! And we were so excited that we got to spot this rare and elusive bird, and it was just such a great time. Well, that week was such sweet sorrow. But as they say, all good things come to a close so that greater things can come to pass. So goodbye, Boulder.
Goodbye, library.
Goodbye, construction.
Goodbye, tree.
Goodbye, Boulder Creek.